Out at a farm today, did a bit of shechita. Can hardly call it fun, but you know, it's what it is. It kind of reminds me, this week's Torah reading is waYiqra. First talking about all of the offerings at the temple. And a good amount of ink is spilt, so to speak, on talking about the offerings, the chatath, particularly the sin offering, as it's known, and people do something unintentionally, and a number of different people who, under certain circumstances, will do various things, must bring certain offerings. What's the point? You can't transfer your sins to an animal. There's no such thing as vicarious punishment. Somebody else can't take the hit for you. So what's the point of it? Sages teach that one of the explanations is that it's a visual cue for you. Properly, you're supposed to repent. You're supposed to do teshuvah. You're supposed to repent of whatever it is you've done wrong. But when you see the animal go through what it goes through, being cut open, being flayed and brought up on the altar and having its flesh burnt and all that, you think to yourself, you know, that's what I deserve. I did something wrong. That should happen to me. It's not, but God is merciful and lets it happen to the animal instead of you. That's nonsense. That's utter nonsense. It's not how it works. But it's just meant to be a cue for you, a reminder. This is a wake-up call, in a sense. You're supposed to feel it, not just intellectually recognize you did something wrong. You're supposed to feel it viscerally. Because it's a horrible, nasty, disgusting process. It is. It is vile. Somebody once asked me, after I did some shechita on a few chickens or ducks or something like that, do you feel guilty? And I said, no, I don't feel guilty. It's how we eat. That's it. That's unfortunate, it's what it is. But I do feel disgusted by it because it is a nasty process. You have to have appreciation for what you do. You are destroying an animal's life so that you may eat. And if you don't have an appreciation for that, do you have a right to be a shochet? Do you have a right to eat meat at all? But it's meant to be visceral. You're supposed to be disgusted by the process. Unfortunately, we live in a world, not just that we don't have a temple and don't have offerings, we live in a world where people don't think about what they've done wrong. Nobody stops to think about it. They just feel they're right and they go with it. You should have a gut feeling when something's not right. So stop, think about what you've done, take stock, preferably not livestock, but take stock and consider where you're going in life. Shabbat shalom, everyone.